Okay, let's watch this. Another Kira video about cheater, a Fortnite cheater, that was ordered to pay $170,000 in damages.
Okay, what up, friendos? Welcome back. Weird one for you today because people don't know what to make of this. I've seen a lot of people saying crazy stuff against Epic for what I'm going to go out on a limb and say is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. But here we go. So this guy cheated at Epic Games Fortnite, right? He logged on Fortnite and he cheated, and they sued him. And if you left it at that at face value, it's kind of like that's a little bit, out there. I personally wouldn't care because if you cheat in video games, like I just couldn't care less what happens within
Same.
reason, of course. You can certainly make an argument that people cheating in a video game is, I mean, you are breaching the contract of the terms of service of when you install the video game, when you load up the video game. So I guess I don't know if there's precedent there, whether they could sue everyone who cheats. But typically, game developers don't. They just go after people that make the cheats, distribute the cheats, make money from selling the cheats. But you can certainly make an argument that not only are you breaching the contract, fair enough, right? We're all just people playing video games, but you are also ruining the game for other people. And there's a 0% chance that when people cheat in a video game, they are not in some way intangibly, like I don't think you could ever point to numbers and be like, oh, this is the amount of money that you cause the company to lose. Inevitably, cheating in games does harm the revenue of a business because
it does.
We all know, even if people aren't cheating, and FPSs are famous for this very much so, even if people do cheat, people get annoyed when something that looks bullshit in an online shooty bang bang game, they get upset and they quit because they think people are cheating, because some people are cheating. When people are blatantly cheated against, they tell people, they spread it online, more people quit the game. It just exists. So when people do cheat in games, you are obviously hurting the bottom line of the company. Oh, woe is me, right, for the business involved. But that's not even what happened here. At least not in this case. So Epic Games, since like 2022, 2023 or whatever, have been repeatedly suing people that either make cheats for Fortnite or distribute cheats for Fortnite, or that are cheating in the competitive circuit, which I think is the thing people are getting confused about.
Yeah, if you create cheats, then it's complete legend that you're getting sued, because you are creating something that's negative to the experience of players. It legit makes the gaming experience worse, and therefore costs the company money.
Or they're just stupid, because this is doubly reasonable for Epic to sue people that do this. And this tweet here, we'll get into it, I guess. Epic Games in December of 2024 announced, we are suing this person that's cheating in our game. And you can read here specifically why they're doing this. This player used cheating software and hardware and tried to avoid getting caught by using multiple accounts. It didn't work, wrecked. Cheating has no place in Fortnite, and we're doing everything we can to stop it, including legal action. Now, they don't mean that this guy just, logged into a server where half the people are bots anyway and just started like wall hacking or whatever in a normal Fortnite game. This guy signed an explicit agreement with Epic Games, with Fortnite, to play in a competitive environment where prize money and deprivation of prize money for other people exists if you were to cheat, and also ruins the competitive integrity and actually fucks up the tournament.
So he wasn't just a cheater. He had a contract. With Epic. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, of course they sue him. Of course, he breached contract, probably to the toss for Fortnite, and the contract he directly had with Epic, because they made him play professionally. So 2 contracts fundamentally that he broke. Of course they sue him. And they are completely correct on this.
Because these things are run on a fairly tight schedule. So let's say there's 1,000 people entered in, right? And then you cheat and you win. There's no way to know what would have happened in those games. You fuck up the whole thing for everybody. And
Yes.
you are actually stealing food from people's mouths. Like people that are putting in the time, the effort, they're honing their craft. Whatever you think about competitive video games, they are still people who are putting in effort and trying to make this a career or whatever. And you are literally fucking them by cheating.
Yeah.
Like you're doing something incredibly destructive, and you are. This is inarguable. You are stealing from other people that are playing the game legitimately.
Yes, and that's what he's getting sued for. Not the cheating. They would just ban him. If he's just a normal player, they would just ban him over and over again. But this is more. This is bigger. That's why they sued him.
So Epic Games obviously take issue with this. We're running a tournament format here. You're fucking it up. You are using our copyright to fuck this up, and you are stealing from the other competitors. You are making a mockery out of what we're doing. So they decided to sue this guy. And obviously some people feel some kind of way about this because they just won. And this guy has been ordered by a court in California to pay Epic $175,000. How did they come to that number? I'll get into it in a second with the handy dandy legal documents. They're incredibly dense to read and not very fun. But then you've got interesting people like this that are saying having to pay real money for something you did in a game is insane. This is like a child trying to fucking develop an atom bomb. Like,
yes, that guy is retarded. That guy is stupid. He doesn't understand how the world works.
If you think he's been sued for cheating, doing something in a video game, you are living in fucking, I need to hand you the crayons and a coloring book and then not be surprised that you've eaten the fucking crayons, because you're not being sued for doing something in a video game. You're being sued for stealing money from other people by harming the copyright of a company and breaching a contract that you signed when you tried to play the game competitively. You are cheating at the Olympics, only it's video games, so people don't take it that seriously. And then he says, of course, because this is a reasonable individual, if it was me, I'd be the next Luigi to Fortnite CEO. Just call in for somebody to kill a person for, punishing somebody through the legal means for doing something that is breaching the contract and is civilly actionable. So then this guy says, so instead of making him give back all $6,000 and a little extra, you checks notes, gets his fucking clipboard out, financially ruined a kid for cheating. Yeah, don't cheat. It's pretty fucking simple.
I don't think it is a kid. I really doubt it's a kid. What do you mean by kid? You think that the person is under 18? No, it's not. Because if it would be a person under 18, there would have a legal guardian have to co-sign all the contracts, and the legal guardian would be held accountable too. So not, oh, you're suing a kid. Stop being stupid.
If you're going to cheat, stick to the public servers. This wouldn't have ever happened. Don't deprive other people that have also signed a contract and are trying to be in a competitive environment. Don't deprive them of money just because you're a fucking loser that's cheating in a actual competitive tournament. Like, Jesus Christ. What if he does not have this amount of money? Unlucky. Like, it is what it is. There are some people, Nick Air30 says, bro's legally required to back down and give up. Don't know what this means. Don't speak Zoomer talk. Nick's not a Zoomer, but I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Setting a good precedent that hopefully every gaming company follows when it comes to dealing with cheaters in ultra-competitive environments. Now, again, if this was like just a random guy on a random server cheating one time, I'd be of the opinion it's probably not something I'd want to be happening. But at the same time, I also don't care, because don't cheat in video games. But I would understand people being outraged.
Yeah, the only time cheating in video games is fine as single player games. No one cares because it's single player. Well, unless you're the developer of Borderlands 4, then you are mentally so far gone that you think it's a bad thing. Man.
If this was just like a 14-year-old who logged on Counter-Strike one day, downloaded a wall hack, got caught by VAC, and then Valve was like, oh, actually, we're going to sue you and ruin your life. That would be, I think, a little bit wild and out there. But that's not what happened. And obviously, there are some articles here going over Epic Games have been suing a bunch of people. There was one really funny one where they forced a guy through the settlement to give back all the money and then make a YouTube video apologizing for cheating, which is fucking hilarious. But then obviously once you get to this actual case and see what happened, this guy fucking thoroughly deserved this, by the way. And also, the reason this was over so quickly was he just didn't show up for court. Like, I can't show you the summons because it shows the guy's address.
Yeah, if you don't show up for your court appointment, and you will have more than one, it's your own fault for losing. I mean, duh. But this is not some magic that's going to happen. You're just not showing up. What do you think is going to happen? Nothing? Of course something is going to happen.
But basically, you know, they summoned him to court, that it was filed, they summoned him, he had like, you know, 60 days or whatever to show up, didn't hire a lawyer, didn't do fuck all, and then Epic Games just got to enter a default judgment and say, this is the amount of money we're seeking, this is why, this is what we think, and the judge essentially agreed. So this was the original complaint. I'm not going to go through and read this all to you, but obviously it's there if people want to go look it up. This is the judgment from the judge, right? And this is what they say. Basically, the relevant facts are, in order to play Fortnite, a player must agree to Fortnite's end user agreement, of course. No shit. Which in it states you can't cheat, right? This is all common sense. And then it explains how he cheated. So on June 5th, 2024, they found out he was using a direct memory access, a DMA, while competing in Fortnite tournaments, which was, quote, specifically designed to avoid detection by plaintiffs' anti-cheat measures, so by Epic's anti-cheat measures.
Yeah,
the DMA device consists of two computer systems in which the gaming computer runs Fortnite, while the cheat computer reads the live memory of the Fortnite game and transmits the data, including Fortnite software code, to the cheat computer via a DMA card. The use of the DMA device allows the defendant to, quote...
That's expensive. Doing that is expensive. He completely did that all for the money. So an entire lawsuit is completely justified. Completely. 100%. This is insane. And the thing is, the guy would probably have made more money not cheating than cheating. Just because, you know, he's there. Or the same money. Over time, you know, over time. You know, building up audience and stuff, you know. The thing that I try to do, just don't cheat. My God, how is this? You know, the problem is people are greedy, and greedy people do greedy stuff, and this is greedy stuff.
Avoid being detected by Fortnite's anti-cheat measures, and to, quote, see other players and items through solid walls, and the ability to automatically aim at other players without user inputs. Plaintiff's investigation revealed defendant began to show evidence of cheating around the time defendant was detected using a DMA device. They then also say he switched his style of play from using a console device to a PC. Given the DMA's device are used on PCs and cannot be used on game consoles. Additionally, his gameplay was suddenly improved after switching his playstyle. So he was shit, and he decided to stop being a shitty console player, play on PC and cheat, right? And then he got detected and banned. He got considerably better, of course, just overnight. Then when they detected it, they banned him. And then he made 3 new accounts and continued to cheat. They say use false and misleading personal information, so he outright went out of his way to repeatedly circumvent the ban, continue cheating, and keep entering these tournaments using, quote, a hardware spoofer to alter the serial numbers of his devices to evade the hardware ID bans
But you have to give, some private information, for the billing. If you win, they give you money. They have to know who to give the money to. I mean, is this guy really that stupid? I think he is.
And continue accessing Fortnite after being banned for cheating. Due to the defendant's tools and methods to disguise his activities, the plaintiff was forced to expend significant resources to combat his cheating and fraud. Defendant used the fake accounts and participated in at least 18 Fortnite tournaments while using the cheating device. In less than 4 months, between June 19th and October 11th, the defendant participated in at least 839 Fortnite tournament matches.
Wow.
And winnings during this 4-month period was $6,850.
Why would you... Why? Why wouldn't you just be a streamer and YouTuber that's producing content? I mean, that that would probably make you more money. I mean, in the long run. I I don't get this at all. What is he doing?
Which, of course, was cheating that money from other players that were in these tournaments. So, yeah, he was stealing money from other people by cheating repeatedly, being banned repeatedly, circumventing the ban repeatedly. And what do you even do at that point? You've given him you've not sued him after number one. You've just banned him and you've said, you're not allowed to play anymore. Don't try to do this again. And then he continued.
Yeah.
Then you've banned him again. And then he's continued and he's stealing money from you and the other participants and making your tournament a mockery. What do these people think the real world is? Like, what do you think a company's going to do when they've tried repeatedly to get you to stop by the method any company would? You won't, and you are still doing it. Why would they not sue you, bro? And why do you not deserve it at that stage? Like, I don't understand what fantasy world these people live in. But actions have consequences. And you were given fucking plenty of opportunities here, and you still continued. They then say that they seek $167,800 in statutory damages pursuant to DMCA, $100,000 in statutory damages pursuant to the Copyright Act, $8,950 for attorney's fees and costs, and a permanent injunction against defendant. As discussed below, the court grants in part and denies in part. This guy got fucked, and the reason is because they essentially say for every time you infringed our copyright, so for every DMCA basically, it's $200. And because you played in like 800 and something games, that's where the money comes from. So they say in each...
This is big. Because if you would have only done it 10 times, that would be $20,000. That's not that much. But 20,000? No. 2,000. Way less. If you just would have stopped. Just stop. Just don't. Just stop it when they get you. Just stop. But no, you had to go overboard, and then not even show up to the court. How stupid can you be? This guy deserves everything bad. Oh, and I'm in a way completely. Fuck me.
839 Fortnite matches. You did this. So therefore, we're charging you $200 each, which is $167,800. So that's where they come to that number. But they deny the $100,000 in statutory damages and then grant some of the money towards the attorney's fees. So that's where $175,000 comes from. And now you have to pay. And they also say that you hereby court ordered to not do any of these things, which is infringe, induce, contribute, enable others to infringe plaintiff's copyrights, download, install, possess, and or use any of plaintiff's copyright works, including but not limited to Fortnite. So you just court-ordered banned from playing Fortnite now forever. Do I think this is going to stop him?
Not only Fortnite. everything that's made by Epic. Everything. This guy is not allowed to play anything that's ever gonna be made or have been made by Epic. And I think they are also not allowed to use the Epic launcher. So yeah, guess he fucked up.
Who fucking knows? But some people are gonna ask, he didn't even show up for court. Why would he pay this? And realistically, maybe he won't. But a few things that do happen if you don't pay a court-ordered judgment like this is your credit score gets absolutely ruined. You'll never be able to buy anything on credit because this sticks around for like 10, 15, 20 years, depending on where you are. And they can keep chasing it as well. Not only that, but if you do get a job, you know, if you're cheating at Fortnite all day, I don't know what your situation is, but you're probably fairly young and maybe not in gainful employment. When you do get a job, the Fortnite Epic Games could go to the court and say, oh, he's still not paying us. And then the court could order to just automatically take money out of your paycheck for your job until you paid them back. Also, there is interest on these things. So if you don't pay, it's just going to accrue interest forever. And then,
you know, like the grants for college and university in the US. Just like them. Pay slave for the rest of his life.
And also on top of that, they could again keep going after you in civil court, and then if you don't reply to them and start paying, you will be held in contempt of court, which means more fines, more lawyers' fees, and potentially even in super rare instances, maybe even going to jail. So yeah, they have well and truly fucked this guy. So you can obviously say, you know, young people make mistakes, old people make mistakes, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, sure.
But at the same time, how many are you allowed to do that is depriving other people of making their money and doing what they want to do with their life? Because
he was banned several times. He had a lot of warnings. He just didn't listen to the warnings, and now he's fucked. He well deserved this. Absolutely. 100%. This is deserved. Because he's stupid. Don't feel pity for the stupid.
There's no way that you're not subverting competitive integrity and just the natural flow of a tournament and fucking you up for everyone if you're cheating. And realistically, somebody has to pay the price, right? It sucks if you're the person, but at the same time, stop doing it. You got given so many opportunities. And I can't even argue with the company doing this because you went out of your way to try to fuck them. So now they've gone out of their way to fuck you. And you did deserve it. Like, this is a good learning opportunity. And also for game developers, this makes sense, right? I don't think it makes sense to start suing every Tom, Dick, and Harry that just cheats in a normal video game. Although, again, I wouldn't personally care. You know, fucking play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You are ruining the game for everybody else. You are costing the company money. But at the same time, this is obviously more understandable than that and more reasonable that they actually went after this dude, because it's considerably more serious and way smaller of a pool of people and sets a pretty fucking compelling standard for people not to cheat in Epic Games competitive tournaments. Because now you know that if you do cheat, there's a good chance they will take you to court, you will lose, and your entire life will be fucking ruined just because you wanted to hit some sick, you know, edit shotgun headshots or whatever and weren't good enough to do so. By the way, I think that about covers it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was this unreasonable? Is it unreasonable to be calling for the murder of somebody who committed fraud? You know,
What?
Is that a reasonable thing to be saying on the internet? I personally don't think so, but there we go. This guy's life is obviously completely ruined for doing what he did. But, you know, just don't commit fraud. Just don't do these things and it'll be good. Either way, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Suggest content if there's something you want to see me cover. I'm working super hard at the moment to try and get the next Kickstarter court video out on the Kira TV channel.
What he said, yeah. completely justified. The guy deserved it. This is not even a question. I mean, he got warnings. He got banned several times. What do you want more? He got banned, and he's still going to do it, and then he doesn't show up to court. Of course, he deserves this. It's all his own fault. He fucked up. He deserves this. Why do people feel sorry for him? He deserves it. It's of his own makings. There's nothing more to say about this. That's it. Done. And that's where the video ends.